Yo YouTube, what's up? And welcome back to Team of the Week prediction number 2. So with our first prediction, it's Antonio. We know Antonio has really good card in FIFA always, and it's starting to have like that first, Team of the Week 2 vibe. And West Ham actually played against Leeds United, and Antonio scored in the last minute. The game was 1-1, and Antonio came out with the clutch and scored in the last minute. So I think they will give Antonio a good card because West Ham are playing good. They went to the 7th spot and it was a last minute goal. So it was a very important goal and he got himself an 8.8 out of 10 rating. So our first prediction is for Mikael Antonio. With the 3-0 victory against Groningen, Ajax got themselves a very comfortable win and Bergwijn got himself 2 assists with 8.7 out of 10 rating. So it was a very comfortable win for Ajax. And I think Bergwijn will have himself a very good card and very OP card in the first 2 weeks. And this card is looking really good, so I'm really looking forward for this card. The champions of France from last year came with a 2-1 victory against Strasbourg, and both of them, it was Jonathan David that scored the goal. So the Canadian guy came up clutch to score a penalty and a goal, which were beautiful. And so they got themselves a tough matchup against Strasbourg, and I think for 100% David will get himself the card. I don't think this card will be as meta in the first 2 weeks. I think that this card must have himself like an 84 or 86 card, so it can be usable. But nonetheless, this card is looking a little bit pacey, and I'm looking forward to use this card. Going into the La Liga, Barcelona are really struggling to win. But today they got himself 3-0 victory against Levante, I think, and Depay played really well. Like if you didn't saw the penalty that he got himself the penalty, and he did like 5-star skill moves everywhere, and it was a very beautiful play. He got to contribute that to the penalty. And Depay, although he scored just 1 goal, but he got himself 9.2 rating out of 10, which is very high. And I think this card should be at least like 86 or 87 at the base. And to compensate that, EA Sports must give Depay an inform, because as I said, like the gold card must be like 87 in the base. So Depay deserves himself a Team of the Week, and he's playing really good this season. So I think Depay must be like the main man this Team of the Week. Moving to the next player, and this time back again to PSG, although it's the first time we're going to PSG. It's Guy. So Guy got himself an 8.9 out of 10 rating, and he got himself a goal. And that goal was actually it was a comfortable win, but he got himself 8.9 out of 10, as I said, and a goal as a CDM. So that's really important to the Team of the Weeks, and I think Guy has himself a potential to get into Team of the Week. Going back into the Prem, and it's Jesus. They won against Chelsea, man. And we didn't play good. Chelsea wasn't that good, and it was a derby game. It was not the derby it was a tough game, It was between the top 3 clubs, and City won their game, and it was a goal by Jesus, and the assist came by Cancelo. So I don't know who they will give. Jesus got himself the team of the man of the match, but Cancelo gave an assist, and he kept the clean sheet against Chelsea, a big club. So I don't think who they will give, but it's either Jesus or Cancelo. But I think Jesus will get because Cancelo, like in the past, for right backs and left backs, you need to score a goal or give like a beautiful assist, or you need to do like 1 goal and 1 assist to get the inform. So I think Jesus will get himself the Team of the Week this week, or it's Cancelo. It depends on EA Sports. How they want to and who they want to give, but it's, as I said, either Jesus or Cancelo. With their 3-1 win against Wolfsburg, Kramaric got himself the man of the match with 8.4 out of 10 and scored a goal. Now, I don't think a goal for a striker is enough, but it was a tough matchup, and I think Kramaric played a good role to contribute them to the win. So I think Kramaric deserves a card, but nonetheless, he's not that usable. Like he has the shooting and the dribbling stats, but pace-wise, that's not usable. Although we never know, maybe the meta changes, but as a usability, Kramaric deserves a card, but not that usable. So maybe he'll get, or maybe a one goal isn't that enough. Maybe he needs like a goal and assist, but we will see. Going back to the La Liga, and this time it's Alaves versus Atletico Madrid. Alaves won against Atletico Madrid, and it was 1-0 victory, and it was LaGuardia that scored the goal. And he got himself the man of the match with 8.3 out of 10 rating. Now, this matchup is really important because Atletico Madrid are very strong. They were number 2 in the spot in the table, and I think it's their first loss, if I'm not mistaken. Let's check. Yeah, it was their first loss this year. So it was Alaves that came and got the win, and it was LaGuardia, I don't know, LaGuardia that scored. So I think he deserves it, and he kept the clean sheet as well. So he has a big potential to get into Team of the Week. Although the card isn't that usable, the defending and physical part are very good, but pace-wise, nah, we can't deal with that, boys. Our next prediction is Thomas Muller. Now, Thomas Muller, actually the man of the match was Kimmich. They Bayern Munich playing against Fort, and they won 3-1. But the Team of the Week, the man of the match got Kimmich. But Kimmich was in Team of the Week number 1, so there's no way that they'll give back-to-back Team of the Weeks. That's not possible in EA books. So the next player that played well is Muller. Now, for Muller, he got himself 8.2 out of 10, and he scored 1 goal. I don't think that's enough to get into Team of the Week, even like it's a big card for Muller. Like we're talking about 87s, 88s. I don't think it's enough. Maybe 2 goals or a goal and an assist needs to be contributed. But if they want to give a Team of the Week to someone like in Bayern Munich, it's Muller. Or they won't give to anyone. So it depends. It's either Muller or no one. Staying in the Bundesliga, it's this time Leipzig versus Hertha. Leipzig won themselves 6-0 against Hertha, and Nkunku came up clutch with that 2 goals and 1 assist, and he got himself the man of the match with 9.4 rating out of 10. So I think it's no-brainer that Nkunku will get himself for sure that card, as maybe they'll give to 2, maybe Mukiele can get in because he scored a goal, but I think Nkunku will get himself definitely that card. And it's a good card, man. Nkunku always has himself a good card. Like, it's an attacking card, as plus you can play him as like your box-to-box center mid. So I think he deserves it. Plus in FIFA, he's very linkable, like French and in the Bundesliga. So I'm really looking forward to use this card, and maybe he can be like a hidden gem. Going into Sporting had themselves a 1-0 victory against Martimo. But the goal came from Porro. I think he played a right mid and right back, so he is like a right wing back or a right mid. But the goal came in the last minute. Not even the last minute. It was 90 plus 8. Imagine, boys, 90 plus 8, and Porro scored the goal. And he got himself the man of the match with 8.7 out of 10. So he was a right wing back, right mid. He scored in 90 plus 8 and kept himself the clean sheet. So I think he deserves it, as he came clutch to secure the bag, and I think he has a big potential to get into Team of the Week. And his score isn't that bad. Like, he's not the fastest, but he's Spanish, and like he can do like some good squad builders. And I'm really looking forward to use this card as well. Now, one of the rare things that we see in real football is goalkeepers scoring or giving an assist. And this time is Jose Sa that came clutch for Wolves, and they won 1-0, and it was Jose Sa who gave the assist. And I think when a goalkeeper keeps himself a clean sheet, plus like does a save, get himself the man of the match, and as well he gives an assist or a goal, I think always EA Sports give the man of the match and plus the Team of the Week to the goalkeepers. So I think this week's Jose Sa got himself a big potential to get into Team of the Week. Staying on top of the league, Benfica won themselves 3-1 against Vitória de Guimarães. And it was, the 2 goals came from Yaremchuk. He got himself the man of the match with 8.9 out of 10. And it was some beautiful goals. And he was really a big part in to secure the bag. I don't think this card is much usable, but maybe like couple of informs and he'll be usable. Now, Mönchengladbach, man, this name team is so hard to pronounce. Mönchengladbach, yeah, something like that. Played against Dortmund, and it was a big match. And this game ended 1-0 for Mönchengladbach. And it was Zakaria, my man, my guy, that scored. And this card will be a very sick card. Like, he's a pure CDM, which is very OP, he's very big in FIFA, and I think I'm really looking forward to use this card because he'll be a cheap beast. So I think Zakaria got himself a goal and the man of the match, 8.2. It was a very tough game against Dortmund, as they're like 3rd or 4th in the table. I think Zakaria has himself a big potential to get into Team of the Week and potentially a very usable card in FIFA. Going back to the Prem, it's a game from the Gunners that won 3-1 against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, Arsenal, they were really struggling in the beginning of the year. They lost 3 games, and now they're on 3-win streak. And it was a very tough matchup, but Arsenal played really well. And it's between Smith Rowe or Saka. Both of them scored a goal and assist. Like, Smith Rowe gave a goal and an assist, and Saka as well gave an assist and scored a goal. But Saka got himself the man of the match with 8.7, and Smith Rowe got himself 8.6, if I'm not mistaken. But if we're gonna go to who deserves it, both of them deserves, they deserves it. And Smith Rowe scored a very beautiful goal as well, and he was playing really good. So I think it's between Saka and Smith Rowe. It depends on EA Sports for who they're gonna give. But if we go like based on rating and based on who got the man of the match, it's Saka that will get into Team of the Week. Going to the Serie A, it's a player from Juventus, and it's none other than Locatelli. Now, Locatelli got himself a goal and an assist. He got himself 8.7 rating out of 10, man of the match, and plus it was a very tough match against Sampdoria, and Juventus won themselves 3-2 against Sampdoria. Now, Juventus are really struggling in the season. They're in 9th place, and it was a very crucial win to Juventus. I don't know why they're struggling. I mean, we know why, because it's Ronaldo that went, and they're going downhill from there. But today it was a very important win for Juventus. And if there is a man that deserves, it's Locatelli. So really looking forward to this card, and I think he will be into Team of the Week. And boys, with our last guy, it's Felipe Anderson from Lazio. It was a derby against Roma, and Felipe Anderson was played really well. He gave, I think, let me see, he scored a goal, and I think he gave an assist, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he gave an assist and a goal. There is another potential, which is Ciro Immobile, because Immobile gave 2 assists, but I don't think that 2 assists for Immobile is enough. Like, he's a very big striker, and for him to get into Team of the Week, he needs to score at least 2 goals and maybe to get himself a hat-trick so he can go into Team of the Week. So I think Felipe Anderson with that Brazilian league and the Italian league, that's a very good card and a potentially very usable card. So that's it, guys. Right now, as I'm recording, there is Napoli who's playing, and Osimhen scored. But other than that, Real Betis and Getafe are playing too. Maybe someone will get, if Osimhen scores another goal, maybe he'll get into that. But other than that, there is no other games. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in another video, man. Peace!